So during my last video on Queendom, the episode 0 preview of the full show, I guess, the first episode, I was worried that I might have gotten some of my infographics wrong. And so I actually got some commentary that kind of like tipped me off that I might be wrong in some places. So now that I've kind of updated it, what I'm going to do is just take screens from the girls on the show and then use that to make these infographics because their hairstyles are going to be different, the styling and all that, and the coloring. And if I can identify them from the show, it's a lot more useful than just making an infographic from a different photo shoot where they might look different. So here's a update: is that Young Jung is a matinee, and then Seo is away with COVID, so she was not actually on the show. The current people on the show are these seven. And then Bona is doing a drama. Who knows if any of these people recover and show up? Uh, that'd be interesting if they did. They have a lot of time to do that because apparently the show's going to run for 10 weeks. And I don't know how long people are need to recover or go into quarantine. Hopefully everything is okay. And so, yeah, I got Luda legitimately mixed up with Young John. And then also I had Luda mixed up with Dawan in my last infographic, so I had to make that correction. And then, yeah, and then everything else seems to be in order. Now that I'm looking at them on the TV show, I'm getting more familiar with the face structure of them, so I'm not being as confused. Photos are kind of somewhat deceptive. They make you look flattering, but they erase some of your unique qualities as well. So now that I'm going through this, it makes way more sense, and they look. I'm getting a handle on just how different they actually look. And so over here, I'm also doing the same for Luna. Now I didn't get my infographic on Luna wrong, but I just like thought about it, and I was like, if I'm watching the live shows, there could be a situation where I don't recognize them from the show versus on my infographic. So I'm glad I did this because as I was going through it, it was hard enough just getting screenshots of every single girl, right? But now that I'm looking at their faces on the show, I'm seeing, hey, some of these people look similar as well. Like these two could just be the same person smiling, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not, but when you look at them in photos, you can see more of a difference between them. This one, Cherry, I mean, I could have confused her because of promotional photos with Olivia before, but now that you see her on the show, you can kind of tell the difference. And so these are just things that I'm going through to prepare, and hopefully this is going to be useful to other people looking at it as well. And yeah, now that I have this, I know who is who. I know that Hasil has the blue hair. I did not even in my first watch through of episode 0. I didn't even identify her on the show, and they showed Heejin so much that I thought she might be the leader, and then I was like, who's the actual leader? Who's the center? And which one's which? But now that I'm familiar with it, and I'm like, okay, I know who she is, and then I know why they showed her so much. And then Jin Sol did not look. She did not look on the show how I thought she would look compared to promotional photos at all. And then same thing with Chu. She looked very different. I could identify Kim Lip. She's very distinctive in her look, and then as well as Vivi. But I mean, you're looking at these and you're like, well, I could still get it wrong for all I know. But yeah, the other ones don't need corrections. They're way more identifiable to me, and I don't know if they're not identifiable to anyone else. Uh, I don't know if anyone's going to make confusions with the Brave Girls. But to me, Kepler is very easily distinguishable from each other. They all look kind of unique. I think that the only people you might get confused is maybe Yaseo and Mastro, and that's just if you're not really paying attention. And yeah, that's basically the only things you can get wrong. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Hopefully, this is useful to somebody.